How do you feel about you know, masculinity and black representation today?
Well, I think the black man has been demasculated because you know, the black woman don't have respect for the black man like she should. And a lot of times, you know, even Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that you want to marry a woman that's 7 years older than 7 years younger than you, and you 7 years older than her, because a woman had to have something to look up to. You know, in my book, The Art of Human Chess, I say a woman's duty from the time of existence since our embryonic stages on this earth is to debase a man. You know, we got the Bible, the Genesis, the fall of man. That's what it's called. Because the woman that you gave me, Adam, where art thou? Adam was naked. The woman you gave me, you know, deceived me. You know what I'm saying? So this has been a challenge, but then also a woman, she challenged a man for a certain reason because she want an alpha male. Right. You know what I'm saying? She want a strong man. You know, I always tell people the reason why the lion is the king of the jungle is not because he's ferocious or he's crazy or he's tougher than, you know, the elephant is 10 times bigger than him. Right. It's 10 times stronger than him. The giraffe is way taller than him. You know, so it's you know, some of the bulls out there with the horns, they way more ferocious and more you know, vicious than them. But the thing that make the lion so strong is his roar. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and his mentality. When a lion see an elephant, he see a meal. When he see a giraffe, he see a meal. Right. You know, so if you change your mentality, you can change your reality. And I think it's the mentality of a lot of young men who grew up in a parent household where it was primarily a single parent, primarily a female. Right. So a lot of these brothers have a lot of feminine tendencies, and these women trying to draw masculinity out of them, and they can't get it. Right. You know what I mean? Because, you know, you grew up, you know, without that male figure. To make your father the head of the household is his Adam apple. When you say, sit your ass down, boy. Amen. You know what I'm saying? You sitting down because your father has that Adam apple. He has that thing that God gave us. See, God gave a woman the same thing he gave a skunk. Right. A white stripe and a belly full of funk. You know what I'm saying? What that means is women are emotionally more equipped than men. Women can emotionally break you down. I got guys your size and the strong, and I know you done knocked a few people out in your right? I got people that got hands like you. Right. I'd be like, man, let's go watch the Green Bay Packers, man. Let's go watch the New York Giants. Man, I can't go, my woman tripping. His woman 5'3". She did mentally debase this man and brought him down to his last compound. You know, so, but a woman want a man that can stand. You know, my bride, she been sitting there all day. She ain't gonna, if I tell her to come see, she gonna do what I tell her because I'm the man. You know what I'm saying? Right. I control my household. Ain't no woman gonna tell me what to do or say what she ain't gonna do in my household. That ain't happening. My kids ain't finna come up in there acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's what we missing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if that father is not in the household, ladies, newsflash, who's raising the killers? All these drills, all this killing, all this stuff going on, guess what? It's because they don't have a father in the household. But y'all want to say, I don't need no man. That's a goddamn lie. If you had a man in the house, that boy wouldn't be out there on 125th Street. He won't be on Lenox Avenue killing everybody. He won't be in the Bronx and Brooklyn killing everybody. So that's the problem. The masculinity ain't in the household. The man ain't in the household. So therefore, the kids are killers, they're robbers, they're selling drugs because their mama can't control the kids. How can you control a son 6'8" and you take your little 5, 2, 3, 7 and you hit him and you beat him and you laughing at you like, mama, go on, quit playing, mama. But what's happening is, you know what I'm saying, these kids are not being disciplined. They don't have a father figure in the house, and the women is under this false perception that they don't need a man. Only ethnic group that I know to say that is primarily is black women. I don't need no man. But
hey, Pimp, I want to piggyback off you. A lot of women raise the men that they hate. Think about it. These women say, oh, these men aren't strong. They're not leaders. That's what you raised. Right. You feel what I'm saying? 80% of the jails is where? Single mother households. You know what I'm saying? Statistically proven. Statistically proven that a kid that's raised with two parents does better than a kid that's raised with one. Right. But a kid that's raised with a father statistically does better than a kid that's raised with his mother. So you're raising the same exact nigga that you hate. This weak, feminine, beta male that you don't want to fuck. Right. You raised one. Because how can you teach a boy to be a black man if you're not a black man? You could teach a boy how to be an adult, but you can't prepare him for what his life is going to go through, the things that he has to, and the things that we have to do as black men. You can't teach him where to put his hands on the steering wheel or how to act around police or how to goddamn move in a room full of vultures. You can't teach him that because you never had that situation happen.
Right.
And so unfortunately, you know what I mean, I think it's a part of somebody's plan. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but it's somebody's plan of, they wanted the black men and the black women to separate. Because a black man being a strong physical specimen that we are, that what is the way that you make him weak? You take his woman away.
You know,
take his woman away. I'm not looking behind me because she's supposed to be behind me. Who better to stab me in the back? I got everything in front of me. I know exactly what
you know
to do.
it is. It's the correctional CCA, Correctional Corporation of America.
Sure.
Okay, when you think about that, right? You know, you look at young African American men. It's 6% black men in this country. America is 5% of the world's population, but 25% of the world's incarceration. 51% of those men are African Americans. That means that of a population of 13% in the aggregate and 6% eligibility, we represent 12% of the world incarceration.
Right.
That means that all of the black men in America, that is not by accident, that is by design.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we have a diabolical enemy who have a vested interest in seeing the destruction of the black man. That's what Chancellor Woods is talking about. Dr. Kwanzaa Kujufu, you know what I'm saying? The conspiracy to destroy young boys. You know, in the Bible, they talk about Herod, King Herod, kill all the boys under 2. Why? Because the black man, and shout out to Sister Frances Cress Wilson, has something in between his legs that is so powerful that it can annihilate, listen what I'm saying, annihilate an entire population. And that's genetics. That's the black man's penis. You know what I'm saying? His penis is so powerful. Anytime you amalgamate or you copulate with a white woman, you immediately change the pigmentation because of the melanin that's in our body. We have 11 pigments in our body. The only thing that's bigger than us is the chimpanzee. He got 12. White people only got 5 pigments. So you know what I'm saying? It's that pigmentation, that melanin that's within our body that can actually wipe the people out. And that's what they're scared of. And demographers,
it's also what attracts them to us.
For sure.
Yeah, but demographers have predicted by the year 2080, 2050, that we'll overpopulate them. And, you know, this is democracy that, you know, we can vote in another black president, you know, just on sheer numbers. And I think that that's white folks don't produce. They're not producing as readily and as quickly as we are. So that's the problem. The problem is, you know, do you want to give up this great land that you robbed, steal, and kill for? Because we got to remember, ladies and gentlemen, while y'all so proud of America, you got to remember this land was built on theft, on thievery, stealing black folks from Africa, bringing them to this country and forcing them to work for 250 years.
Right.
This is not the great Jesus and the great religious country that everybody make it up to be.
And also eradicating Native Americans.
Yeah, eradicating Native Americans. And you know, I was looking at their statistics, man, they did them really bad. Yeah. You know, and the reason why they hate Native Americans, a lot of people don't know, it's a brother by the name of John Horse. John Horse was like Denmark basically gave a parts of Nat Turner. They were what you call revolutionists and you know, revolt. They revolt against the establishment, anti-disestablishmentarianism. But in the process of that, it was one brother by the name of John Horse. You never hear about him in the history books. He killed more white people than any black man alive and got away with it. But how he was doing it was, y'all heard of Jacksonville, Florida? Yeah. Well, Jackson was the general at the time. And he was sent, the president at the time sent him down there to figure out what's going on in Florida. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, you know, Jacksonville is at the top. You know what I'm saying? They named Jacksonville after Jackson. But if you go deep down into Miami and all those other, you know, parts at the time, that was called swampland. So swampland, what you got? Alligators, right? So John Horse and I believe the Indian dude, which was from the Seminole Indians, I think named Toronto or somebody like that, he was helping them go from slavery to freedom. A lot of people thought the Underground Railroad was going to Canada. No, it was going into Seminole. That's why the Seminole Indians, you go to the casino down there, High Rock, you see it with black people. You know what I'm saying? They were amalgamated. They was, you know, they was helping us. And John Horse and the Indian dude was killing. They never caught him. He killed a whole lot of white people. You know what I'm saying? But they'd tell you how they was able to get through that swamp. They'd take chicken with them, they'd throw that chicken, and the alligators would go get the chicken, then they'd just go past. And the soldiers or the Europeans at that time, they didn't know how to go, they didn't know how to navigate that land. Eventually they found out the secrets. But you know, a lot of free black folks was going down there with the Indians. That's the reason why they eradicated the Indians, because they knew that the Indians, you know, they was telling the black man, hey, y'all was here before them. Y'all was here before them. Look at the Aztecs Indians. Look at the noses. Y'all was here before them. And those are the truths that no one want to tell about what really happened and what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? And nobody want to talk about social engineer. Don't want to talk about massacre. Nobody want to talk about the crime bill 1984 and 1994. Because it was a very pivotal time. It was something really important happened at that time that we don't talk about. What really actually was happening at the time they was making these crime bills, they was also doing what they call sentence enhancement laws. They also came out with a law called the trigger lock law, which if you're an ex-felon, you get caught with a pistol, you automatically go to jail. And now this is gonna really blow your people's mind, that in 1978, it was 240,000 people incarcerated. How many people is incarcerated today? 2.5 million. How do you, those numbers are astronomical. How do you go from a system that was only incarcerating a minimum amount of people to now incarcerating all these people and half of them of African descent? See, these are the things that we're not talking about. This, you don't hear the lawyers talk about this no more. You'll hear about, you know, that's why they don't want Malcolm X and Huey Newton and Elvis Cleaver's type people around no more, because they don't talk about the real facts. These are real facts, bro. You understand me? You hear what I said? 200-something thousand, speed up to 50 years later, what? It's 2.5 million. And guess what? Every prison, practically with the several ones that they keep, you know, that's still government ran, are practically on the New York Stock Exchange. So a lot of people make all the condiments in the prison, the toothpaste and all that stuff, that shit bring in buku money. And you know where they really killing brothers at in penitentiary? Is them phone calls. Don't collect phones, bro. That shit costs a bank. They make billions of dollars off of prisoners making calls in the phone. They call their mama, send me some money, send me some money. Right. You know your family gonna send you some money. But see, this is the stuff they don't want to talk about. And then, you know, you say, how much it costs to keep a prisoner in jail? It's $100,000. How much it costs to give a young man a job at McDonald's or in the factory at Amazon? $60,000, $70,000. You saving $40,000, $50,000 just to keep this man free.
But they're still building jails right now.
And they build them where? Primarily where they still celebrate Confederate flags in rural America. You know, where it's just a bunch of, you know, community Europeans and so on and so forth. And no Europeans, no white people, you know what I'm saying, they already racist. So they love being slave masters. And I'm gonna tell you, y'all need to go watch this movie by Ava DuVernay. It's called 13, if you ain't seen it already. In that movie, it says that slavery was abolished except for one duly commits a crime. What that mean? If me and you went out there, we killed the nigga right now. Right there. Right there. On Third, so it's the 2nd Street. Yeah. We killed Second Ave. We killed nigga on 2nd Ave right now, and we go to penitentiary. The minute we go to penitentiary, we are labeled as slaves, because it says slavery is abolished, the 13th Amendment, except for one duly commits a crime. This is how deep the shit is. You know what I'm saying? Then you say pimping and hoeing and selling drugs. Well, in life, ladies and gentlemen, newsflash. If I'm out here and I'm on 2nd Avenue and I'm hustling, right, or I don't have a job and I ain't got welfare, it's only one other level. It's 3 levels. Either you got adequate employment, you got an adequate business, then it's welfare, which, you know, we can't be in the house if a woman on welfare. Then the 3rd level is crime. So people think black people are criminals. No, we're not criminals. That's just the process. If I don't have a job, I don't have welfare, I'm immediately going to sell drugs or whatever I do, scam or whatever. So these are the real issues that they're not bringing to the forefront. And then, you know, like I said, all of our brothers, you know, from foreign lands, you know, they come here and they set up shop. You know what I'm saying? We've been here hustling and selling rocks on the block for years, and now want us to set up shop. Now want us to say, you know, I mean, you're an exception. You know, you got the barbershop, but there's a lot of brothers out there that made a whole lot of money and end up being balling for 2 years and doing 30 in the feds. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? all this stuff got to be rechanneled, and that's what we do at the hip hop fraternity. That's why I appointed this brother as CEO, because he's young. You know what I'm saying? He's vibrant. He's political. He can do things that I can't do within the community. You know, just the brothers in the streets, you know I got his back. All the hustlers, gangsters, killers that fuck with me, they know that I fuck with him. And then once they start seeing him being prosperous and successful, and they see me endorsing him, then they gonna say, man, we can fuck with that brother. And then you know what's gonna happen. Somebody gonna be inspired. Man, James is a nice dresser. James is a great man. He's a very educated man. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to switch that mentality over to, you know, our educated brothers, our brothers that's out there doing well, you know. And that's what, I feel that, that's what God gave me. Because I know every time somebody, come to me, they say, Key, I want to be a pimp. That's what they say, man, I want to be a pimp. I want to have hoes like you. I want to have business and Rolls Royces and jewelry like you. And I said, okay, man, you got to get shot 5 times. You got to do 10 years in the penitentiary. I said, man, you know, a whole bunch of shit to be me, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, they like, man, I'm cool, man. You know what I'm saying? But, if it's...
Was when you got shot 5 times, was that all in one setting?
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.